All right. There you go. Hello everyone, Greg here with another guide for, well, it's season 9 right now, but probably gonna work in season 10. I don't expect that much change for that build itself. It's a summons on, but what's going on? We don't have spears, we don't have javelins, we don't have bows. We have beast. This is gonna be pure summon Valk with Enigma teleporting around, stomping shit. Looking at stats, we want enough strength to wear our storm shield at 156, and enough dex for max block. We could even lower that a little bit there, get some more life. Yeah, something like this. That's it for the stats. For the skill 3 itself, we're obviously going max Valk. Everything in here is good, and the synergies, which is decoy, penetrate, pierce for the lightning pierce, also power strike for maximum for lightning damage, and then you can sprinkle a little bit of penetrate, but I mean your Vulcans are going to be hitting anyway, so I'm just gonna go these skills cap out at 35% chance for the evade, and then the other stats scales up to 65 for movement speed, and then dodge it scales, I think it's indefinitely, but I'll just go to 35, and then I'm going to do 1 point of strafe. Kind of sucks that it takes 4 to get there. But we'll keep it like that, and the rest is gonna be dumped into penetrate. So that's it. We can start with a question that everybody's gonna be probably asking. Valkyries, do they snapshot? Yes, they do. That's how this build can work. Build doesn't require all skills, just snapshot your stuff with a bunch of plus skill gear, and then you can get more utility and defensive stuff for your vaults. Another thing with vaults, well, yeah, they snapshot, so let's explain that a little bit there. So your vaults follow you through games, but they are resummoned at the beginning of the game. So that's where it's gonna snapshot. So, or you can just summon them and it's gonna snapshot that skill level too. So the concept is we're gonna swap out all our gear. I'll go through the gear a little bit later, but I'm just gonna show you really quickly. 3 level 53 Valks, so I just rejoined the game. My vaults are still there, but they still have been resummoned basically by the game. You can see that they've been resummoned. Let's say let's pick the one that let's just see their armor color. So I got 2 orange and 1 normal color. So if I just rejoin the game again, it should be different colors. Yeah, so I have a blue one and everything. So they are resummoned. So they're gonna snapshot the level of Valkyrie that they're at when you enter the game. So you're at 53 right now. And then you just go back to your swap gear. And then we just re-equip. We just re-equip everything. Sorry, it's a mess. I'll just go through the gear a little bit after. I fucked up my stats a bit there. Here we go. Here we go. So, like that, you're ready to go. One thing you notice I've done, if you want to see what your Valkyries are wearing, you can go on the unsummoned skill here, press 0, and then you can hover their spears. Sadly, like I said, they are resummoned at the beginning of the game, so shopping for gear is going to be useless. Because they'll be resummoned on the next game. But if that change ever happens, you could have some really good fun just resummoning perfect Valkyries with 300 EDs, Warp Bikes. Okay, that's it for the Valkyrie mechanics. Sorry about this, it's glitching out. So put this back. Alright, so gear. So our swap gear, we're gonna be using a Shaco with +3. You could be using a +3 magic circlet with the +1 slam for one more skill there. Oh, I just didn't swap that back. 3+3 passive gloves. Here you could get +3 magic arrows with the +1 slam, could be potential of +4. Harmony bow. Could be made in any bow, doesn't need to be a material bow, Amazon bow, whatever, but you just need to re-roll it until it gets +6 to Valkyries. You get the extra skiller instead of your Geeds, and you get 2 Saj or SOJs or BKs, whatever, for your skills. And then, yeah, you get your level 53 Valkyries, and then you swap back to your regular gear. So mandatory for this build is Enigma. You will be telestomping everywhere with this at a moderate pace because it's blink, it's not teleport. It has a cooldown, so you gotta be a bit mindful of that. Get used to that. Second piece is Beast for the Fanaticism aura, which is pretty much the only purpose of that weapon right now. Storm Shield, massive PDR, big res, block, faster block, defense, everything's awesome about this shield. I got some other options in the stash I'll go over. Right now I'm using Shaco, but I got 2 other options in the stash as well, I'll go through them. Amulet, for now I'm using some, just imagine the passive is not there, you could use a +4 passive as a swap, and this could be a +20 faster cast with res, with life and everything like that. So a nice crafted or rare amulet, doesn't need skills, just need to be able to be swapped in and out. Water Walks in combination with Storm Shield for the block rate gives you some better frames on your blocks, which is kind of annoying sometimes if you don't have good block rate. Teleporting around you might get stuck a bit. So that's Water Walk, just great boots, res, life, faster Water Walk, awesome. Arachnids is for plus skills and faster cast. You get the Cultist for faster cast and the curse duration. And you got we got rare rings for faster cast and a bunch of useful stats like all res. You can get MF, you can get gold fine like I did. You can slam some another 10 FCR on this and that'd be godlike. And yeah, and I got the other one right there, which is similar. So basically, you want to get to comfortable is 68, I find, for the cast. Cast will be pretty quickly. 99 is it doesn't make a big difference, and it's kind of getting hard to reach. 48 is a bit slower, but yeah, 68 kind of a sweet spot for me. But yeah, you can always tinker with that if you want. I forgot on my swap. You can use Call to Arms for sure. It's gonna be good for your survivability of your Valkyries and your Merc. But I'm using a Pus Spitter to guarantee some lower resist on striking when I'm fighting bosses right now. But yeah, other options are there for that. Call to Arm, always good. Sure. So for alternatives, if you can reach your FCR differently, if you can get 20, like let's say 2 slams, better amulet, you can swap you can use your Arak as just a swap, as a snapshot swap, and then use Dungos for big boost in defense. One thing I played with too is Spirit Ward. Spirit Ward is almost like Storm Shield in a way, but at that point the Amazon skills doesn't do anything because we're snapshotting. So nice shield. Since you're telestomping, the Lesser Fate is gonna work a lot. It's gonna be proccing all the time, so that's good. Taebeg's awesome too. Missing the PDR, but you get 40 cast rate instead, so you can switch your belt in, you can switch your rings. Talking of rings, you can use Dwarf Star, which I find really amazing on this. For the life, the chance to block, you can reduce the dex you need for max block and get some more life. You get some nice magic reduce, some nice fire absorb, and you get the 100% gold, so you can get some gold finding going, which is really nice. As for helmets, since you don't need the +2 skills on the Shaco, you pretty much snapshot already, so that's pretty much just life, PDR, and CBF because of the slam and some MF. You can go with the GOAT, the Crown of Ages, which has all of this. You get the res, you got the PDR, you got the sockets, you got the faster recovery, whatever. The sockets, like, it's awesome. And another interesting tech is the Dark Side helmet, which has naturally as cannot be frozen and as Cloak of Shadow. Because as a summon zone with faster cast rate and not having to strafe or attack anything, you can cast shit. So you can cast slow movement, you can have time to cast Cloak of Shadow if you want. So Cloak of Shadow, I don't really like it because it's kind of a glitchy spell. You're gonna be casting once and then it doesn't go on cooldown, but you can't cast it. Then you fucking just glitch around like this and it doesn't work. And then it works again and everything. Then it doesn't work and then it works. It's like I don't know what's the cooldown on it. It feels like 5 seconds or something. It's good against, you kind of want you're like telestomping into mobs, right? So you want mobs to go to you. So having them blind and not coming towards you, it's kind of counterproductive, but it's good against archers that are really far off the screen, like those archers right now. If I would have been in the middle of a pack right now, those archers are not attacking because they're blind. It gives me time to, do my thing. On top of, we can cast decoy, we can cast inner vision, inner sight. You can cast slow movements. It's really awesome too. So yeah, so that's an option. Kind of wish Cloak of Shadow was not that finicky or with this casting and everything, but it's there. Yeah. So and a blabber, I mean scalers. And if you're crazy, you can swap out your skillers, but I don't know to recommend that. I tried playing with Eternity for the revives. Time revives are not that cool, and since you're swapping out your snapshot gear all the time, going there, getting your stuff, and it's kind of it doesn't work. End game, really end game stuff. Metal Grid. This version is not the current version; it's an old version, but the new version is 25 gold master, 25 Iron Golem, and 20 Golem Mastery, so they can survive now. You can put an Infinity Golem in there. I tried it. Someone gave me one to test, and it works. The Golem has like 7k life, so it doesn't die easily, even to bosses, but still. Is something to keep an eye on. And if you're using Metal Grid, you're not going to be using the bow and the arrow for the snapshot. You're going to be using Mang Song to boost the level of the Iron Golem and the Golem Mastery, because this is plus Valkyrie and this is passive, so that's not gonna boost the Iron Golem. So yeah, that's it. Alright, just gonna test with a Act 2 Mercenary. I kind of found that my Act 3 was dying a bit much. So let's get friggin' level 40 static field with some Might Aura for the kick, and we'll get even better Defiance Aura with with the mercs. We're just we're not gonna get decrepit anymore, and we're not gonna get the lower res anymore. But I think this is just gonna feel better overall. Let's try this out. So we're getting the we're getting the static proc. And the merc is not dying. That's the main thing. The merc is not dying. I mean, the decrep, if you use slow movement, it's pretty much the same. Just we don't get the fizz spears. There's not that much downtime on the static strike. The static field. Pretty much any time he's attacking, he's throwing out some static. We stopped getting the decrep, but we're getting the might aura, so that's just a little boost to everyone. Even or if you want to try to summon some decoys, you can. I'm just being a bit lazy. You can be fast, you can just cast more stuff than I do. They don't do that much, they do like 1.2k damage, but there's 3 of them. They do strafe, so... Valkyries are kind of dumb, you kind of really need to kill a stomp, get them to attack anything. Oh, this is killer. So yeah, not the fastest, but extremely comfortable. I'm not gonna die too much on this. It's a good boss killer too. Just try to check this guy. Oh, he's going down. Pretty much dead. It's not really good against really big bosses because yeah, the Valks are just gonna end up dying at some point. But they're really tanky. I feel like it's a bit safer than the Necro. Maybe a bit slower than a Summon Necro. Many times it's fast. You got a lot of run walk, even if you're not running around too much. what I like to do. TP in, ID some stuff. Not worry about the thing. Alright, let's see how this boss. Holy shit. Yep, I'm getting fucked up. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty good bosser. Bone shade plus 4. Blech. Not too bad. Alright, sorry about that. That makes into things, but yeah, I feel like, you know, as you see, the Merc didn't even came close to dying, so I think Act 2 is the way to go. So yeah, some live testing at the same time. I really thought that Act 3 was the way to go, but I was playing it with I played it a while with Warstrike. It was so good, but now it's not gonna work. So might as well try to do it right. So yeah, basically, DR, Might, Core Riders, Lifesteal, and attack speed. There are legacies, but you can get even the normal Drax now are still good. And Stormspire, 75%. So yeah, it's gonna cast. Don't worry about it. Try to get as much attack speed on it. I got a nice slam, but only 2 sockets. It was almost a perfect roll. Anyway, all right. Thank you guys. See you in season 10. Hang on, still 4 weeks to go.